Y'all, I'm gonna try to tell y'all right now, it's crazy. It's so crazy how so many innocent children are dying in the hands of a teenager who had threatened to go to an elementary school, shooting up these victims, especially children. Okay? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. I am so sick and so tired of seeing so many innocent children just going away too soon. And the victims' families, to those victims' families up in Uvalde, Texas, my heart goes out to y'all, okay? I know this is a tough loss for some of those that have lost their children and their loved ones and those teachers that were involved with regard to that shooting in Uvalde, Texas at a school, elementary school. Every time you turn on the news, there's always something bad going on. The vast majority is bad news. And then there is some that's good news. And then in some instances, it's all fake news. But in this case, the vast majority of the news that we see on television is always bad news, okay? So before I really jump into this live broadcast, please join me in keeping those victims' families of Uvalde, Texas in your prayers because this has got to stop. We are so sick and tired of seeing people getting annihilated for no reason, and they're the ones that are being victimized of somebody else's behavior, mentally speaking. Okay? So, again, my thoughts and prayers go out to those victims' families of Uvalde, Texas, that took place yesterday or a couple of days ago. Some type of law need to be expanded or some type of law need to be passed in terms of bringing firearms to school to harm people. That ought to not be so, but people nowadays, they come into these schools, they have a motive to shoot up the place and even children involved, and innocent people are dying every day because of it. And this has got to stop, all right? So like I said, again, keep those families, victims, the victims of the families in your prayers, because again, crime is everywhere, and the crime is at an all-time high. All right? Now, the real business at hand. I just want to give a theoretical thought in general, all right? And this is not just something I normally do when I go live, but I'm going to go ahead and give it anyway. So, like I said, if you want a theoretical thought, just ask me for it, and I'll be glad to give you one, you feel me? But I'm going to go ahead and give you this theoretical thought, and at the end of the day, you either be blessed by it or you get your laugh on, because I've said on a previous post before, so many people are entering into a mental state of depression, and likewise, they have their heads hanging down so low to the point where they're looking all defeated when they don't realize that they're in darkness, but at the same time, they should know that there is always light at the other end of the tunnel. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just say it. Y'all can take it how you want, because I am so sick and tired of so many people entering into a mental state of depression, not realizing that they can be able to have a smile on their face and have a brighter day. The future is looking bright, okay? And so that's why I post up a lot of content, whether it's something that's motivational, inspirational, or comical. And with that being said, you either be blessed by the content that I post up or get your laugh on, because one way or the other, you're going to be looking so blessed and you're going to be smiling all over again. I don't want to see another person that I know on Facebook going through a mental state of depression. I am so tired of it, and I just can't stress that enough. That's the purpose of why I post up various content like this. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give you this theoretical thought. For most of my brothers, let me tell y'all something, man. Real talk, I understand what it's like to be rejected by a woman. Women have that tendency to reject a man at any given moment, and we don't always understand why. Most women will tell us they have a preference when it comes to a certain man, just like we have a preference in a woman. Woman will say it like this. Man gotta be tall, gotta be dark, gotta be handsome, he's gotta be financially stable, so on, blah, blah, blah. He's got to have a job, and you gotta fill out some applications for yourself, love. He gotta be a family man, but you haven't seen your mom and dad in 6 months. He gotta have pretty teeth, and you ain't been to the dentist in 2 years. He gotta have a six-pack, and you can't even walk up a mountain of stairs. Get yourself together, love. Stop trying to bash out on the man all the time. See, some women don't want to be held accountable for their own actions, but I tell you what, it's going to catch up to them sooner or later. And that's another thing I come up with. You know, when most marriages fail, I don't know how long you guys have been married. I'm gonna say it like this. Most marriages end up in divorce court due to failure or lack of communication. I'll say that again. Most marriages fail because of lack of communication. Also, get this, 50% of marriages end up in divorce, but only 80% of those divorces are filed by women. Alright? So as a result of divorces being filed by the women, watch this. The law is more than likely going to be in a woman's favor every single time she wants to file for a divorce. Let me read you those numbers again. 50% of marriages end up in divorce, but only 80% of those divorces are filed by women. Alright? So as a result, the law is more than likely going to be in a woman's favor every single time she has the notion to file for a divorce. In other words, she's entitled to half everything of what the man has. Alimony, the 401k, along with his insurance policy, the house, the cars, the children, all that. And he's got to end up paying you spousal support for the rest of his life. He's got to pay child support until the children turn 18. That's just how women do. But you see, in some instances, marriages can be restored, but only if both parties are willing to put in the work. It's not a one-man show or a one-woman show. Both parties, the man and the woman, have to put in the work if they want the marriage to work. And if their marriage is being restored, watch this. Your marriage can be healthy than the last time you ever got into a relationship or in a previous marriage. I'll repeat that again. Both parties must be willing to put in the work if your marriage is going to work. Alright? Now that's your theoretical thought for the day. I normally don't come on live to do theoretical thoughts, but I just thought I'd do one today. And to those viewers that's watching, God bless you, God keep you, y'all stay safe, and once again, continue to pray for those victims' families in Uvalde, Texas. I know this is a tough loss for those victims' families, but still, we gotta be prayed up, stay motivated, stay encouraged. Like I said, anytime you see content that's on my page, please be blessed to get your laugh on, because like I said, so many people are entering into a mental state of depression. They have their heads hanging down so low, want to throw in the towel and want to be defeated. That's when the enemy starts to creep in and starts putting all of this in their minds when they have the means of escape to just say, hey, I refuse to give up, I refuse to quit, and I refuse to have my head hanging down looking defeated. We gotta have a mindset, y'all. Like I said, that's your theoretical thought for the day. I am Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. I'm signing off. God bless you. God keep you. Team Turnaround out. Have a blessed day.